Scorpio, hola mi gente, greetings, ¿cómo estamos? How are you, Scorpio? Last but not least, I know it kind of sucks like when your season just ended because I want to start with the current season that we're in, but it's like, yo, bro, it was just my season. You were just on my shit. But yeah, your season is done, so you have to move to the back of the line. I'm sorry, but when it is the full moon in your energy, then you get to go first. So that's still gonna be a while for you, isn't it? The next full moon is in Gemini. It's all right, Scorpio. You had your moment. I hope that you're doing well. Happy December 1st. Happy new moon in Sagittarius. Happy Sagittarius season, as well as Mercury in Sagittarius. This week ahead, this week of December 1st, is jam-packed with a lot of energy. New planets going into retrograde, new planets moving into different signs. 2025 is going to have all of our outer solar system shifting into a new constellation at 0 degrees. It's going to have us looking at ourselves sideways, looking at other people sideways. And 2024 really was a buffer year. It was a year that challenged us in a lot of ways. Scorpio, you're a fixed sign, such as myself, my sister sign. And so, we really had the mirror held up to us, right? And so the purpose of these last 2-3 years really has been for us to look at the ugly truths, the ugly parts of ourselves, which you're no stranger to, Scorpio, but there was a different vibe. There was a different type of urgency. There was a different personal feeling. Like, for those of us who are naturally introspective, we're thinking about things all the time. We're pulling things apart all the time. We're worrying about how can I be a better person? How am I contributing or worsening the situation? Always. But this was a more intimate thing. It was less theoretical, less collective based. Just wanting to be a better person. It was really like wanting to be a better human. It was more like I see where me, Che, Jennifer, Samantha, whoever you are, I see where I'm the fucking problem here. Like, I'm being honest about it. And I want to change and I want to fix it. And also, Scorpio was coming in your energy. It's like, I also don't want people in my life who will not tell me that truth. People in my life who will not be as honest with me. I need people who are going to check me, because I feel like also for some of you, Scorpio, you've been realizing, or you've been a little bit of an emotional bully, where you have been always asking people, let me see the depth of you. What's inside of you? What's your scariest, your darkest moment? And when people have pushed back and done it to you, you're like, whoa, now, hold on. You're getting too big for your britches. But now you're at this moment of changing your life where you're saying, I need people to check me, because if I don't, I'll stew in it and I may not get to actually correcting the behavior or the trait or the characteristic or the thing. I may just stew and rue in how unhappy or displeased I am with some things that I have done in the past. And we don't have time for that, right? This new moon in Sagittarius is a bright moon, and it is one that is asking us to be critical of our review, but so that we can take action, and not just for finding out sake, not just reviewing for review's sake, but to look, to investigate, to see, okay, I really could have done this differently. I could have done it better. I am better at this thing. I didn't have the energy to do it right then, maybe 6 months ago, tracking back to when the new moon was in Gemini. Maybe tracking back to last year when there was a new moon in Sagittarius. Were there any plans or things that you set in motion, Scorpio, that need your attention? Any relationships that started, projects or jobs that started, that maybe your approach, your method, your strategy needs to be reassessed? When Mars moves into Leo and goes retrograde on December 6th, you may find that those frustrations get amplified, that the things that you are not happy with now, the lack of oh my God, the lack of resolution to a situation may come back to bite you in the butt or haunt you during that Mars in Leo retrograde. But the very next day, Venus moves into Aquarius. So even still, how you approach that anger and that revisited conflict may look different from how you normally do, because Venus in Aquarius is going to challenge the way that you show up in your community spaces. So there's a lot of shifting energy that is fueling one another. There's a lot of fire energy at the end of November heading into the beginning of December. And then there's a lot of air elements that's also gaslighting that, essentially, right? Like Pluto in Aquarius, Venus in Aquarius, Mars in Leo, Sag in Mercury in Sag, Sun in Sag, Moon in Sag. Fire and air. Air needs, oh my God, I cannot talk for shit. What is happening, Scorpio? Wow. Somebody doesn't want this message to get out, and you will not win. You will not conquer me. Thank you. So we know that fire needs air. Fire needs oxygen to move forward. And so all of this is about lighting a torch and moving fast forward ahead to the life that you desire, the life that you deserve, and the life that is promised to you in your North Nodes, in your 10th house. But Scorpio, the grudges, the heavy sitting and waiting and thinking, maybe that's what's under review about how you view your conflicts or the people that you call yourself being in conflict with. Yeah, the new moon wants to shine a light on what needs to shift. So let's see what that's going to be for you. Scorpio, collective, spirit, holy angels. We're asking, what are the messages for the Scorpio collective at this time under the light of this new moon in Sagittarius? What do they need to know, think about, consider, or make changes to? We ask that only spirits of light enter into the space, and that spirits of darkness continue to find their light elsewhere. What is it that you want Scorpio to know? Two of Wands and the Lovers. Two of Wands in reverse and the Lovers are here. Two of Cups. Knight of Swords in reverse. The Hierophant. The Star. Two of Cups. Wow. What are you shining a light on, Spirit, under this new moon in Sagittarius? Okay. The Knight. The Knight of Swords in reverse is clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Four of Cups. The first thing that I'm hearing for you, Scorpio, is that everything that I just said is like, for some of y'all, it just went out the window, right? Understand that this is a general reading. Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, 10th house, Lilith, Chiron, etc. So take what's yours, leave what's not. But I'm hearing, yeah, I did. I'm clear. I did my review. I didn't even need, like, it feels like during Scorpio season, during your birthday, because it was your solar return, and so you're already having these introspective thoughts. You didn't need Mercury retrograde to give you that permission to review. I feel like as soon as your season closed out, Scorpio, this energy is saying, I'm very clear about who I'm about to be. I'm very clear about what 2025 is going to look like for me. And I don't care whose opinion, I don't care about anyone's opinion about it, right? Two of Wands with this Lovers is like, I reviewed my vision and I've made love to it. I've made love to my idea of myself, to this vision or this version of what's about to take place in my life. I have abandoned every aspect or every part of it that doesn't work. If there's relationships that need to release, you're happy to release them, Scorpio. They're saying that literally everything I just said, they're like, it's not going to apply to some of these Scorpios because they have done the work. Then you have the Knight of Swords that comes out with the Hierophant. Again, this betrayal, this backstabbing, somewhat of the self, this self-sabotaging, has moved into this Hierophant energy. So you're finding the God within. You're trusting the God within. And for some of you, you actually have found God. For some of you, Scorpio, it's been a long and lonely road of trying to connect with your ancestors, or even, I'm hearing, find your ancestor's name. Like some of you have been felt called to hoodoo, called to spirit work, root work, ancestral divination, but ancestral veneration and divination work, the occult and mystic worlds, but you just don't know enough. Maybe you were adopted, maybe you were abandoned, maybe your parents died early. All kinds of situations and scenarios that have disconnected you from your family and your bloodline. And so I feel like now you have found a spiritual house, or you found a mentor, or you found some kind of connection to spirit. Maybe you bought your own tarot cards or went and got your own crystals, and it opened up a portal for you, and now you're starting to have communication with the divine. Or maybe it's just a matter of you found a tarot reader that you trust, or you are having more synchronous experiences. You go out into the world and you're hearing conversations or hearing songs, or people are coming up to you and giving you messages. It feels like there has been a strong direct alignment and connection with spiritual energy that has transformed your ability to let things go. I feel like, Scorpio, your birthday season really, really, really was a rebirthing experience. We know that Pluto and rebirth and transformation is your thing, it's your theme. But this year, for your solar return, some of you took that shit very seriously, and you really gave yourself a funeral, and you really did shed, and you really did release. And now you are moving forward with this epic understanding of who you are. I feel like your third eye is wide open here, Scorpio. See how her pineal gland is super activated? Then you have the Star and the Two of Cups here guiding your hand, right? Your ancestors, once again, are very strong. I don't know what you all have been doing. Maybe during Gede season in November, you lit all the candles and you raised all of your egun. Yeah. Some of you need to keep a light lit for your ancestors, though. It's not just enough to do it on their birthday or their death anniversary or during Day of the Dead or Season of the Dead or Halloween or All Souls Day. Some of you, and I feel like you will know, it will resonate in your body, it will resonate in your bones. But you're very clear, like your ancestors have been calling to you. They have been asking for more attention. They have been making themselves known. You smell their perfume when you walk into the room, or it feels like your grandmother is watching you, or somebody says something that she would have said, or when you're cooking food, the food falls on the floor more. This is a sign that your ancestors want to be fed. They want to be tended to. So for some of you, good job. You gave them light. They were elevated, and now they're helping to elevate you as well, especially your self-esteem and your sense of self. But for others of you, they're saying, okay, thank you. You started the process. Now I need a candle every week. Some of you need to really tend to your ancestors. Give them light for sure. Could be a small chime candle or tea light candle every Sunday or every Monday, pick a day. But some of you need to really be sitting, having a bovada or an altar space, giving offerings of food, sitting and drinking coffee with them and conversing, because they want to impact your life greatly. So under this new moon, Scorpio, continue to give light to those things and continue to give light to your higher self. They're saying whatever you did during your birthday season, don't start slacking, because it's no longer under the guise of your birthday season. If you promised yourself that you would pamper yourself and take better care of yourself, they're saying stick to that. Put it on your calendar. Don't falter. If you promised yourself that you really wasn't going to talk to that person, you had the funeral and you're sure of it. They're saying everything that you agreed to in your birthday month, your birthday season, that had the blueprint, that had the plans for the person that you're, I keep hearing the word architecturally designing, like you are designing who you want to be. They're saying you have to keep those plans close to you. Keep those blueprints close to you, because every time you do something that is in opposition to those plans, remember that then you are essentially taking away from what you're building. So they want you to maintain your discipline, but this is a spiritual discipline, especially for you, Scorpio. Any other message here for Scorpio during this new moon? Yeah, see, strength. Strength in reverse in the Page of Wands. Don't talk about it, be about it. Strength is in reverse, saying that you may lose your resolve, you may lose your courage, lose the strength, the spiritual strength that it takes to do this. You know, sometimes we get excited for a new thing, especially during your birthday month. You're like, yeah, new year, new me, right? This is my new year. I'm going to be a whole new person. And you start off really, really strong. And then you realize, fuck, this takes a lot of discipline to keep this up. Like, even with the spiritual stuff, tending to an altar is a lot of work. In the first couple of weeks, you get excited. The first time you feel like you make a connection, you have you say a request or you say a prayer and then you have a dream about it, or the thing actualizes. The first couple of times that happens, you're like, oh my God, this shit is really magic. Wow, it's really hitting. I love this. And then you start collecting flies in the water because you realize, oh shit, in order to keep this relationship going, I am the only living person here with hands and legs to do the heavy lifting. And this is another table I have to clean, another plate of food I have to share out to put on this altar, another 15, 20 minutes to an hour that I have to dedicate to sit here and receive the messages and build a relationship, and it starts to feel daunting. So you cannot afford that because your ancestors are very much here, very much alive in the spiritual sense, and trying to offer you access to the highest version of yourself that you can be, this pinnacle hierophant energy. So Spirit, please close out this reading and let me know what the Scorpio collective needs to know with regards to this new moon in Sagittarius. How can they continue to live their best life, to fly their highest eagle, to be their best selves? Any further advice? Whoa, I'm not going to take that. That's too many. Debilitated, discomfort. Third house, communication. Number 41 and number 14. That's interesting. 5. Communicating discomfort. Communicating discomfort. Neptune, vision, 11th house, community, retrograde review. Look at that. So as I mentioned, you have this vision of this new version of yourself. You have reviewed the relationships you've had within your community where you have noticed discomfort or debilitation or miscommunication. And now you know that you cannot afford to make those same mistakes again. Let this new moon guide you. Light, for you, Scorpio, you can light a white or an orange candle. And for you, what you're going to pray for is that as this light burns, and so too the light of the new moon in Sagittarius, may the light of my personal fire always stay lit. May the light of my highest self always guide me, so that I am never afraid to make the best choice for myself in this timeline, in this realm, in this dimension. And may I always speak from my highest self and for my highest self when making decisions, transactions, and judgments and new relationships. So I hope that was helpful for you, Scorpio. If it was, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The 100th subscriber gets a free tarot reading from me. A sign of my appreciation and love for your loyalty. And incrementally, those gifts will increase and those giveaways will increase. So stay tuned, hit the bell, notify, all the things. 2025 year ahead readings currently on sale. Regular price starts on Monday, December 2nd at midnight, like going into Tuesday. I'm extending that. And then if you need to know who walks with you, who's part of your spiritual court, a mediumship consultation is how you find me and do that. If you want to know how to tend to your ancestor court and how to manage an ancestor altar or any altar of that kind, really, an altar building session, a one-on-one altar building session is how you do that with me. And if you just want to keep your mind clear, fog free, and make sure that your body is functioning healthily, then you can book an herbal consultation and we can talk about what the current physical constitution of your body is and what herbs or supplements or plants can help to make you better. I just want to make you better, baby. I hope that was helpful for you, Scorpio. I love you. I'll see you soon. Happy December. Happy new week. Happy new moon. Peace.